teacher coming at you today from my 4th period accelerated 7th grade math class. We are doing the first part of page textbook 169, lesson 10.3, angle relationships and triangles. So we're going to discover how the angles inside of a triangle are related to finding any missing angles inside of a triangle. Now first know this, a triangle is formed by 3 line segments. Y'all knew that already, am I right? Yes. Okay, what is each intersection of those line segments called? Say each if you know. It is called a vertex. Please circle the word vertex. Draw an arrow to any one of the vertex choices available to you there. The 3 angles that lie inside of a triangle are called what? You can choose either interior angles or exterior. Say it. Interior. You've heard of an interior decorator? They decorate the inside of your house. So the interior angles are on the inside of the triangle house. They can be written as triangle. In this case, this would be called triangle XYZ. So when you see that, you would know exactly what triangle they were talking about, one that is labeled XYZ. If you're talking about only one angle, we could call this either angle, just a single letter what? Y, or we could call it angle X, Y, Z, or we could call it, say the third way, Z, Y, X. Excellent. Glad you understand that. All right, moving on. Down below, oh, one more thing I forgot. The notation. The sides of a triangle can be named using segment notation. For example, the side with XY is read segment XY. So class, I'm going to draw a line on this circle in black. Let me erase so you can see what we're doing here. And I want you to write how you would label that black line. Okay, then look up at the screen. I hope you labeled that line segment what? Say it please. YZ. Do I have any questions so far? Okay, moving on to their little act of violence down here. They decided to rip off angle 1, rip off angle 2, rip off angle 3. Oh my, what's going to happen to these ripped apart members of the triangle family? No worries, y'all. They went through a bit of a rough patch, but they're all back together now. And how many degrees do you notice those 3 angles create when they are joined back together? Say it. 180 degrees. So what does this tell us about all triangles on planet Earth? When you add each of its angles together, it will always equal 180 degrees. Let's try it on this particular triangle in the middle here. We can know ahead of time that 25 plus 110 plus 45 will equal what? 180. If we decide to try it out on the first item for tonight's homework, it would look like, hold on, wait for it, here it comes, this little sailboat right here. Let's find the value of x. So for example, I'm going to write x plus what? 40 plus, who knows what this angle is worth? 90 equaling what total amount? 180. Now class, what will I do to combine like terms? Ava, what shall I combine? Excellent. And what will I get, ma'am? You got it. So guys, do you see how I get x plus 130 equaling 180? And what is the very next step? I need to subtract what amount from both sides? Say it if you know.
130.
Excellent. If you said 130, you are correct. And then you will find that x is worth what?
50.
X is worth 50. Now, if I plugged it back in over here, does that make sense? Does 50 plus 40 plus 90 equal 180?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Please continue with me to item. I know another item down here that's going to make you maybe possibly just a teensy bit frustrated, so I want to talk about it now. It is number 3. In triangle FGH, let me make one here. I know it's horrible, but hey, I'm just doing this quickly. The measures of angles FG and H respectively are in the ratio 4, 4, 10. Y'all, this has been a challenging task for a lot of kids today. So I want to remind you right now, it's not as hard as it may at first appear, right? So write yourself these notes. For the angle F, notice how it says respectively. So the first letter is F and the first piece of the ratio is 4. So for angle F, please write a ratio that begins with 4. And then ask yourself, how many are there in all if I add up 4 parts plus 4 parts plus 10 parts? How many parts in all? 18. Make that your denominator. Now, if it's 4 out of 18 equal parts of degrees, then isn't it 4/18 of the total number of degrees inside a triangle? Which we just learned is equal to what? 180. So 418 of 180 can be found by doing 4/18. What do I put in place of? Oh, I shouldn't do x. I should use parentheses because that's going to confuse you guys. On your calculator, you should do 4/18 times 180. That way you will get 4/18 of 180 and you will get the measurement for f. When you get that measurement, do you already know the measurement for g? Yes, because it was the same ratio, wasn't it? It was the second 4. So you would write that same number for g. Now, thinking about the pattern we just followed, when you are finding the value for h, what do you think you will multiply by 180? Raise your hand if you'd like to tell me. Yes, go Emma Grace. 10/18 times 180, and you will get the value for angle h. Thank you. I hope that helps.